Okay, so our next item is an update on where we are with our water plant fire and what the next steps are. So this is something we definitely want to pay attention to. Jennifer, did you have any openings?
Mayor, I asked, actually sent an email out on Saturday evening requesting that we put together this presentation for all of you this morning. As you know, we had a pretty serious fire at our reverse osmosis water treatment plant last week. Staff has been working tirelessly in the meantime to bring us back up to speed. I have had a lot of questions as I walk about town about the plant, and so I think it's important that we convey as much information as we can during the course of this meeting, which will probably be shared repeatedly afterwards. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Paul Stanek, who will open the presentation.
Okay.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Welcome, Paul.
Welcome. Good morning, Mayor and Commissioners. Paul Stanek, Public Works and Utilities Director. I will be providing the initial background information regarding the fire at the water treatment plant, followed by updates from Russell Ferlita and Teresa Smalling. During the early morning hours, shortly after 4 a.m. on Thursday, September 30th, 2021, fire damaged the reverse osmosis water treatment plant located off of County Road 1 in San Christopher. The cause of the incident is currently under investigation. During that time period, a scheduled periodic cleaning of the reverse osmosis membrane skids was underway. It is believed the origination of the fire may have occurred in one of the clean-in-place or CIP tanks used in the cleaning process. Multiple engines from multiple fire departments responded to the fire, and it was extinguished quickly, though the intense heat from the fire caused severe damage to the equipment contained within the building and also caused smoke damage in the administration portion of the building. I'm happy to report no one was injured in the fire. Staff proceeded to enact contingency plans to make water without reverse osmosis process. Currently, the plant is up and running, producing an adequate supply of safe drinking water. In the immediate hours after the fire, staff contacted the Department of Environmental Protection to report the damage and the changes of water treatment. In accordance with state law, the city's fire marshal contacted the state fire marshal due to the severity of the loss and provide an independent investigation. Pinellas County was notified in case the Pinellas County Utilities interconnect with the city of Dunedin was needed to supply water to the city of Dunedin. Coca-Cola and the breweries of Dunedin were contacted to notify them of the change of water quality they use to produce their products. We had a number of our neighboring municipalities reach out with offers of help and equipment. Also, Coca-Cola reached out offering equipment, engineers, contractors, or anything else we need from their vast number of resources. From the consumer standpoint, residents may notice the water is harder without the benefit of the reverse osmosis process. With that, I will turn the next portion of the update over to Russell Ferlita.
Thank you. Welcome, Russell.
Good morning, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. Russell Ferlita, Assistant Director of Public Works and Utilities and City Engineer. As Paul said, the water plant did sustain some fire damage. We do have some short-term temporary measures. The plant currently has adequate generator power to maintain operations and continue to produce potable water. The potable water interconnect with Pinellas County was tested and is currently open on the Pinellas side. It is available if the need for additional potable water arises. Immediate actions include working with the contractor to get temporary power and communications up and running, and working with the contractor and vendors to make damage assessments and make recommendations for repairs. Long-term temporary measures include working with the vendors and the contractor to make the repairs to get all the processes back online and operating at capacity and reliably. This includes coordinating with the insurance provider, disaster response team, and the contractor and vendors to ensure that we have the resources required to implement the repairs. We'll continue damage assessments to determine which parts and components of our process require replacement and what permanent repairs need to be made. Our permanent measures will include bringing the final repairs to fruition and bringing the plant back to the pre-fire conditions. And with that, I'll turn it over to Teresa Smalling.
Good morning again. Teresa Smalling, Director of HR and Risk Management for the city. The water plant is a covered asset under our property insurance. Fire is a covered loss. Our insurance is through the Florida Municipal Insurance Trust, or FMIT, and this is actually our first test of their services, and we have been very impressed because they have as much a vested interest as we do in making sure that the water plant is restored back to pre-fire condition. So through Synergy NDS, their turnkey disaster response team, they were out as soon as about 9 a.m. on Thursday. As soon as we sent the report of the damage, their project manager came on site, assessed the damage. ServPro has been contracted to provide the cleaning services for the administration building, as well as the any areas in the water plant that can be cleaned. The FMIT is very concerned with making sure that we have not only remediate the damage, but also restore the water plant back to its pre-fire condition. So we are working with them, and they are sending out a forensic engineer in order to assess or investigate the root cause of this fire. They also have a project manager on site daily, providing multiple reports to staff, keeping us on track and providing any services or equipment that we need in the short term while we get the water production plant back up to normal production. Turning it back to Paul.
In closing, as you heard, we're all working together to get the water plant up and running as close to normal as possible in the short and the long term. The final question is, what can you and I do as residents to help? That is simple. Please try your best to conserve water. Also, we reported earlier that reclaimed water customers would not be affected. I must confess that it was a wrong statement, and we need our reclaimed water customers to conserve as well. I underestimated the effect of the reverse osmosis concentrate stream going to the wastewater treatment plant and the simultaneous halt of any and all precipitation. We are looking to augment the reclaim system to get over this hump and into the dormant growing season. Lastly, I would like to thank the other city departments and divisions for helping out, providing support, workspace, and some timely air conditioning. I also can't thank the water plant staff enough for stepping up, working quickly and smartly to do what they do best, which is make good and safe drinking water. Thank you, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.
I'm sure there are a lot. I'll start with Vice Mayor.
Actually, no real questions. Just thank you for the update. Appreciate it.
Okay. Commissioner?
No, I don't have any questions either, because you all have answered them behind the scenes, but I think from everything I can see, it's been handled really well professionally, and my only comment, since I used to be risk manager, is, we've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on property insurance over the years. This is the first time we've had a big loss, and it sounds like, we've got good coverage, and that's really important, because it makes you feel good when it happens, so thank you for all the hard work.
Commissioner?
Do we have any estimation of costs of loss? Do we have any estimates?
Not at this time.
Okay, that's okay. I just wondered. Again, thank you for your quick work, and I'm really glad we did this, because there have been a lot of questions and discussions, so I think it was very smart for Jennifer, for you to put this on so that we could all talk it out. People knew where we were. I did have one of the questions about reclaimed. So reclaimed, just like everybody else, we got to help right now and keep it conserved.
Please conserve. Now, I'm happy to report we have 50 to 60% chance rain at the end of the week, so hopefully we will get a little rain. So that will ease everybody's dry and crispy lawns.
Okay, thank you very much.
Commissioner Torga?
Thank you. The city manager has actually kept me up to speed with all of this, except she did not tell me about the rain forecast.
I was going to do that later.
Thank you, Commissioner. Just kind of for the benefit of the public, I just thought of a couple of things that you might want to answer. How long do you think we might have to do this conservation until the repairs are done?
Answer that. Short-term repairs, we're expecting to get the plant operational capacity within the next 2 months or so.
2 months?
About 2 months or so is operational at capacity. That's what we're expecting based on the estimates from our vendors at this point. Now, that doesn't take into account any unforeseen conditions that they might run into.
Which they will always happen in construction, so.
Exactly, but that is also
Probably through the
temporary.
holidays.
That's what we are calling long-term temporary. Permanent repairs is going to take much longer.
Yeah.
We're expecting 6 months to a year, and
Right.
that's really just an estimate. We won't know again until we uncover the extent of the damage.
And so when you say full capacity, is that just water production, or is that reverse osmosis as well?
That will be reverse osmosis as well. We had the vendor that manufactured those skids on site late last week, and I've been in contact with them. They are starting to mobilize preservation methods right now.
Bless you.
By the end of the week, they'll be preserving what they can. And then they've already come out to make some assessments of damage on what needs to be repaired. And they believe that they can get the systems back up and online and operating within about a 2-month time frame. However, that does not include permanent repairs
Sure.
to the filter skids. That just will get us back online.
So again, for the benefit of the public, when you tell the public that there's all of a sudden part of the process of creating our great drinking water is not there, can you explain to them what that process is, what they're missing by not having it?
Yeah, I can continue.
Reverse osmosis.
So the reverse osmosis process is a special type of filter technology that removes hardness and salts from the water. Our water is potable and safe without this process. It's just a hard water. So you will see all the items that go along with having harder water.
Sure.
It will taste a little bit different if you have a keen sense of taste, and you will see a bit more buildup of hardness on your faucets until we get our process back online.
But no other cleaning mechanism,
Nothing else.
we're not giving anybody,
Nothing else. It is perfectly safe,
Weird
potable
stuff in the
drinking
water.
water. It meets EPA requirements, and we still maintain that it is safer than bottled water.
okay, and I want to commend you, Paul, for contacting our breweries. I mean, we do have these breweries here because we have the best drinking water in the state of Florida. I mean, people think it was just a business thing. No, it's because we have great water. And then, finally, I've been asked this, we've just got done doing a $25 million upgrade, give or take $1 million or $2 million, to the plant. So most of this stuff was new, was it not?
That's correct.
So I think that's important for people to know. It wasn't that we had, let the plant go.
No, we had brand new water producing stuff, and in a few months, or up to 6 months or more, we'll have brand new stuff again.
Again,
Yes.
okay.
That was a good point.
Yeah, because I mean, we spent the last, 4 years working on this? Well, and Dave was here when he was the one that brought it up. We need to remodel we need to do a master plan for our water department, and we did, and I think we're up to 27 or 28 million actually now, probably.
We're actually, with the design and everything else, we're closer to $32 million.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive. And now we're in the process of doing that for our wastewater plant, so.
Impressive, yet a punch in the gut. I mean.
Yeah, well, exactly.
We're
because
just
you
finishing up, we were at the, 99% completion when this happened. So it's very painful for us personally to see and witness, so.
And I'm sorry that happened for you guys, because I know you guys worked really hard on this. Okay, well, thank you for all of your efforts. Thanks for the update. I think, Jennifer, did you have any closing?
I do, Mayor, if I may. First of all, I'm just grateful that nobody was injured. Not only our water plant employees, but also the firefighters who responded. And I want to convey to staff how proud I am of all of them and their reaction to this water plant fire, including communications and getting the word out as quickly as possible. And we'll continue to communicate with our residents and issue regular progress reports as well. And I also want to thank our neighboring cities who sent their first responders and their units to help us extinguish the fire. It was extinguished relatively quickly. And then the next day, as far as I know, reached out to us and offered any aid that they had. So I'm grateful to them as well. And I will send a letter to their city managers thanking them for their response. But this is obviously very serious.
Yeah.
It genuinely is. And to have our reverse osmosis down for a period of time and repairs for a year. I mean, our employees are going to be in modular units for up to a year, as well our water plant employees.
Because of the administration building?
Yes, yeah. Up to a year? Is that
Well,
correct? or no?
actually, things have changed since Thursday. So
Okay,
that was
you
the
update.
initial,
That's
that was the
good.
initial plan. And once again, we've been working hard, working all weekend, providing temporary power for different parts of our processes. Servpro has come in, and they're like ants. They're just all over the place, and they're doing a great job of cleaning. We've already restored some power to the administration building. We are waiting on them. We're hopeful by the end of the week, if not the first of next week, we'll get the okay from them and the industrial hygienist that came out to actually re-inhabit that space and have it fully powered.
Thank
So,
God. That's
Well, I'm
yes.
very glad I was wrong then.
Because
Yeah.
you want to be right there. I mean, you don't want to be off somewhere else or in a parking lot where you have to walk a long way to get.
Absolutely, and at this point in time, we talk about SCADA and our different controls and things, that everything is in manual. So slowly but surely, as we bring the different processes up and we can get the administration back online, we can start reestablishing a lot of those connections and getting back to at least a new normal anyway of the temporary and the temporary permanent processes that we're going to do to get back up and running.
Awesome.
Also, I forgot to mention, of course, our own fire department, our first
course.
responders, who, I mean, it's, rolling up on a fire like that is, I'm sure, a real heart pounder, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to them for all that they did, and I thank you for your time, Mayor and Commissioners.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Great job.